I'm not mad at what he said regardless, because for me, where I want Spider-Man to get to eventually, right, it's going to require a time skip for his character. So regardless how long Tom wants to play Spider-Man, I don't think he should be the one to continue to play him in the future. Tom Holland. So I think he did like a interview or like for some magazine. I don't have the actual magazine on hand because I saw it's on Twitter. I should have screenshotted it. But basically, I want to use what he said to basically express where I want the character of Peter Parker and Spider-Man to go, like in the MCU, right? But basically, what he said is like, if I'm still playing Spider-Man, like at a certain age, I forgot what age he said, then I definitely done something wrong. Like, he doesn't want Spider-Man to be the biggest thing that he does, and even just acting in general. Like, he wants to, basically help humanity, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to buy apartment buildings and make it a cheaper cost of living and things like that because he can, right? Because he got bread like that. And he's like, money doesn't really mean that much to me. And that could be, a very political answer and things like that. He might not really mean that. We don't know. I'm not here to judge that, right? I'm not mad at what he said regardless, because for me, where I want Spider-Man to get to eventually, right, it's going to require a time skip for his character. So regardless how long Tom wants to play Spider-Man, I don't think he should be the one to continue to play him in the future, just because of, not necessarily for narrative reason, but I want to see him like grow up, right? And that doesn't necessarily warrant it being Tom Holland to be the Spider-Man of the future. For how dope Spider-Man becomes in the comics, I want to get to the point where Spider-Man is like one of the smartest people on the planet, has so much battle experience, like he's fought against almost everybody, right? And becomes literally like the ultimate Spider-Man. Like, I'm tired of the same story being told of him becoming Spider-Man, like getting bullied, learning how to become I'm tired of learning how people become Spider-Man. Like, we know this story, we've gotten this story already, right? So for him to say that, if he's still playing Spider-Man at like a certain age, then he done something wrong, I'm not even mad at that, because for me, what I want is a time skip of Spidey to be like in his prime, to be the Spider-Man that, got New York City on lock, bro. Just a grown version of Spider-Man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this will be a situation like with Iron Man, where it's like Tony Stark has, enters the frame as a grown, man. So like, to see him go from, saying I am Iron Man to saying I am Iron Man from like different areas of his life, like that makes sense for Robert Downey Jr. to be the only, Iron Man, right? You can definitely recast Tom Holland as an older version of Spider-Man with no trouble at all, bro. No trouble at all. Now, I can't say that the charm of what it means to be Spidey and just like the overall like aesthetic, like, because I think aesthetically Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man we done got for his age bracket. For the high school Spider-Man, this is like, he's the perfect casting for Spidey, to me at least, right? But when it comes to like him growing up and getting older, and not only just going to college, but from the time that he's out here working as a photographer and all this other stuff, and I don't think it's necessary for that to be Tom Holland.